Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this Buried Zul'Goth raid boss event. First things first, I always recommend you go to the shop and make sure you grab tier 1. This will give you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops are going to start enchanted for the entirety of this event. For every single battle, really handy indeed, and you get some other stuff as well, which is pretty useful. Now, if you do not have the Queen's Herald, she is absolutely essential to go a long way into this event because she is a Godslayer. Now, a Godslayer does extra damage versus bosses. The third trait there, deal 3 to 5 times skull damage versus bosses, but that's not essential. So don't worry too much about that if you're a newer player, because it is based on your ascension. But what is important is the spell. Hopefully you don't get into this situation where you need her for the skull damage, so because she'll be at the bottom of the team. So literally, unless the team gets jumbled around, you should not rely on her for that skull damage at all. What she is essential for is the damage versus the boss. Now this will vary on your magic level. For me, she deals 40 damage, and if they're a boss, deal 3 to 5 times damage based on your ascensions. So literally 4, 8, 12, 200 if you get it fully ascended in my case, which is going to be enough to one-shot Zul'Goth in most situations. So there was also a 50% chance to summon Queen Isabel, but that is not absolutely essential, although definitely handy in case you lose one of the troops above her. So she is absolutely essential to get if you don't have her already. So grab tier 2 if that's the case, and you'll be guaranteed to get her there. Now we have another weapon here, Flail of Guard. This explodes blue gems, grants a random status effect to all Sword's Edge allies, and summons a Sword's Edge troop. So this is actually a pretty handy weapon for this, to be honest. Uses red and yellow, so this is actually going to be very useful indeed. I think I might be grabbing this weapon. Grab it when you get to this tier here. Sounds actually really good. I'm going to take a look at the upgrades quick at the same time. Right, now let's look at the team itself, which I now will probably change around a little bit. Right, this was the team I started with. We need a Queen's Herald in there. She's absolutely essential for this to deal with Zul'Goth. Zul'Goth won't appear straight away, but he's going to appear eventually, so you may as well have her in the team from the get-go. There she is, and we're going to have 2 times Ulf Harrigan. Now, in Sword's Edge, there's not many troops at all that do damage to multiple opponents. In fact, he's one of the only ones, and it's true damage at the same time. Deals true damage to 3 random enemies, and if an enemy is wounded, deal 10 extra damage, then summon Ulf's mascot. So really good. The traits are so-so, but it's that damage to 3 random enemies, which is going to make short work of most of the troops in these fights, especially with 2 of them, and with that potion of enchantment, it's going to make it nice and quick. Now this is the weapon I did have originally, which is explode a bunch of blue gems, grant a random status effect to all knight allies, and summon a knight troop. But that weapon we just got, I think, is even better than this. The reason is it still explodes gems and has a summon, but it's not going to mana block our Ulf Harrigan's. This one does right now. So I will edit this weapon. What is it called? Flail of Guard. Flail of Guard. Right, this is good because it's red and yellow, so no mana blocking going on, which is really important. But let's take a look at the upgrades. Attack, life, attack, magic, mighty, shielding. That's pretty handy. Oh, and bless. Oh, this is very good. Yeah, we'll upgrade that all the way. Totally recommend upgrading weapons like this if they're useful. Not all weapons are made equal in this regard. Some of the upgrades are worse than others, but in this case it's really good. Now I need to adjust the banner. That's the one I had originally, so I need to rethink this now. Do I want to get this charged up as a priority, or do I want to collect brown as a priority? Right, what do we use? Red, yellow, blue, brown. Right, don't use green. That's not a bad start. Nope, not so much so. Brown and blue are used by most members, but it doesn't always mean that's what you should go for, because basically if you can get the Flail of Guard up quickly, that's going to charge the team up really fast anyway, so that is what I'm going to base it on. And for that reason, I'm going to go for the Lantern Banner. Now class, I'm in a Plague Lord at the moment. This is pretty useful for this. Not so much the traits here, but the talent trees ones are quite good. Inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. Steal 1 life when matching purple. Anti-magic sphere, reduce damage from skulls by 20%. Start with 50% mana. Gain a barrier when matching brown gems, which we'll be doing a lot. Gain a bonus purple from purple gem matches. And a fortitude. So pretty handy. You can look at other ones as well. There's a quick way of doing this. If you just highlight it with the X button and then press L1, that'll bring up a quick menu where you can see your level, the hero type, in this case elf, and a quick rundown of all the traits and champion talents you have earned for that class so far. And it's just literally, you can just do it like that. Press the X button, then L1, and you'll bring up that menu on them all and see what you've got on it. See what hero type they are. That's a nice little shortcut for that. But anyway, let's roll with this team. I think we're good to go. To battle. The first stages are going to be really straightforward. Just a case of charging up both the Ulfs and casting them. And if we get lucky like that, we can just cast that straight away. And all we need is a little bit of luck on their mana afterwards to make sure we're charged. And that is going to be the first game done pretty straightforward. Remember, you do these things with your guild, so basically the more you do, the more rewards you get. You won't unlock Zul just yet. That'll be happening pretty soon. I don't think there's going to be any need to change this team at all, to be honest. We can collect red for our weapon. Already good to go. Instant death. Obviously how effective the Ulf Havrigans are, but is based on your magic level. But he does go up in power quite quickly, and with 2 of them, you should still be able to make pretty short work of the opposition. After this video, I'll be releasing one where I'm going to see if you can have the Wild King and the Wild Queen in the same team at the same time. Do they work together as a king and queen, or are they basically countering each other out? Well, I've got the answer to that, and it was actually quite a surprise. That video, maybe tomorrow, maybe later today, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. May as well get 4 match when it's there. Let's cast that now and get the second Ulf up first, because we're going to have to cast that anyway, unless we got a bit of a lucky skull hit, which we did then. Do like these raid events, they're pretty good. See how far you can take out the Zulgoth later on. Instant charge there for our Ulf. Two raid boss sigils. Nearly at the stage we're going to start seeing Zulgoth appear. And as you can see, there's been no reason to employ our Queen's Herald at all so far. It's really important with that 50% start how quickly our weapon gets charged up. May as well use that on them. It's not her primary job, but still handy. Right. Now the mouldy courgette starts appearing. Zulgoth himself. Not essential absolutely straight away, but you can actually think about like zapping him out absolutely as soon as possible. Like you can, she's going to be enchanted. Queen's Herald is going to be enchanted next round anyway, so there's no point really taking the purple, which the AI is suggesting. Better to get brown. Now we can just bash him out straight away. See you later, mate. Let's cast our new weapon. Do you like these weapons that explode gems like this? Really, really effective. Especially with a 50% mana start. Makes all the difference in the world. I mean, combined with that potion of explosion, that weapon was literally ready straight away. And I shouldn't have cast that straight away, really, because it would have been quicker to collect the next lot of mana for my second Ulf, because now I've got to wait for the enchant to work, because obviously the first Ulf mana blocks the second one. There we go. Wasn't utterly essential to take out Zul'Goth at that exact moment really early. Weapons ready next round, so we collect something else instead. Say brown. Right, now we'll try and collect some extra blue or brown. Brown's fine. There's all is nowhere near ready to cast yet, so there's no need to cast that immediately. We'll let Ulf deal with it. Queen's Herald will get her glory. She's not sitting there doing nothing thinking, why did you pick me? You're not even employ me in a team. It's like, your time will come, girl. Don't worry about that. She soon becomes completely essential to the way this team works. Let's get some red. Now let's start taking out Zul'Boy absolutely straight away, so this guarantees that the Ulfs hit the opponents that we want them to. Which is kind of wasted if it decides to hit one of those random damages on Zul'Goth, because you're going to be hitting that with the Queen's Herald almost all the time from now onwards. Guild Wars starts again soon as well. I'll be posting on my Guild Wars battles. Let's get that first. Don't always presume that Zul'Goth is a long way from getting charged either if you're a newer player. Don't take any chances. Get rid of that sucker as fast as you can. Sometimes he can get charged up really quickly, so we use our Queen's Herald to make sure he is kaput. Cast both Ulfs. So another really easy to use, straightforward no mythic team. Still grab yellow when they're there, especially if they're a 4-match. But any 4-match really. Don't really have to hunt around too much. Let's get our weapon up. Our Ulfs rather. Get rid of Zul head. A double cast of Ulfs will do the job. I do like the way this weapon is ready to cast so easily and quickly. Let's get rid of Zul. It's the main threat. Obviously, if you're a newer player and your armor and life isn't quite so high, you may have to take these kind of skull hits to avoid receiving them back. I can only let them hit me like that because I've got a decent armor and life, or a high rating. Don't always recommend you do that. You may find yourself bashed out of the game sometimes, which you don't want. Wow, ready to go again. Super handy. Get rid of him. Job done. You keep on picking up extra sigils as we go along as well, which means you can do more battles. And these are pretty quick fights so far. Nothing's taking too long at all. Just important to get the weapon charged up first, which gives mana to the whole team. Try and get... Right, there it is. Nice 4 match on purple there. Gets our Queen's Herald up. Zaps out Zul'Goth in one go. And they are gone. I always like to show a non-mythic team for these kind of things for the benefit of newer players who don't have a lot of the harder to get troops. Let's get rid of Zul. Cast both our Ulfs if we need to. Well, I'll just do a few more because this is literally going to be it. Obviously it's going to get to the point where you may have to charge up your Ulfs another time, but it should not be an issue at all. All you've got to concentrate on is making sure you take out their Zul'Goth nice and quickly. Most of the time he is going to be the one which is the biggest pain. And by pain I mean he just kills someone just because he feels like it. Bosh, you're dead. He probably doesn't say that. It's probably not in his style. But he might do. I don't know. A lot of people keep these quirky little things as secrets. And I think Zul'Goth does have some secrets. I mean, look at that face. Look at them snippers, whatever his hands are. It's like a giant lobster. Yep, let's cast this. Got our Queen's Herald up. Make sure we take out Zul. Zul'Goth, the love child of a mouldy courgette and a lobster. If that's even possible. For anybody that knows how my mind works and the weird things I come out with, then you will know that that is definitely possible in my world. Let's get some brown first for our second Ulf. Alright, so pretty straightforward. 200 damage to the boss. Don't forget to grab your rewards as you go along. Some really good ones. Souls, gold, event keys, vault keys, diamonds. Portrait, Orb of Chaos, event keys. And more. 25 diamonds, look at that. Very good. Certainly worth doing. So make sure you get in a guild if you're not in one already. Make sure you do these kind of events. A really good source of a constant, decent rewards. Let's see what my Orb of Chaoses are. Wisdom and growth. Oh, double growth. How many more orbs of growth does the game think I need? I don't know, but it thinks I need a lot. Anyway, that's the team I'm going to use. It's really straightforward, and you just keep on repeating that process. There's a video. If you found it useful or helpful, it'd be cool if you hit that like and subscribe button. Helps out a ton. But thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.